All right, if you got one of these 2013, 2014 Dodge Ram 1500s and you're experiencing an intermittent HVAC blower motor, as in occasionally it won't blow air. Maybe you drive along and hit a bump and stops blowing or starts blowing, and you mess with the blower motor and the blower speed control module. I got a quick tip for you. You're watching the Car Doctor channel. All right, welcome back to the channel. I'm Tim, and I got this 2013 Ram 1500 with a common problem where the customer stated that he'd replaced the HVAC blower, that he had taken it to another shop, and they threw the blower resistor or blower control module in it, and it still had an intermittent issue where the blower would completely stop and then come back on. So I brought it in, and it was functioning properly at the time. I went down and looked at the wiring at the blower. We checked the resistor wiring just to make sure there wasn't an issue there. One thing to note real quick, you want to use OE parts on this. It does have an aftermarket blower and aftermarket module on that, and it's not recommended. They tend to draw a little more amperage than the OE. But not that the OE is all that great. I just stick with OE on this particular application. But that's not the problem here. After I couldn't find any issues under there, I came over to where we get our powers for the blower system. This is the underhood junction block just on the driver's side in front of the battery. And you want to take a close look at fuse 13. And yeah, if a fuse is burnt, you know, you won't ever have blower motors. But in this case, if you just wiggle this fuse or even bang on the fuse box, the blower will turn off or turn back on again. And that's an indicator that you got a problem here. But here's the deal. The connections at the underhood junction block are perfectly shiny and beautiful. They're not burnt looking at all, so nothing here that would indicate an issue. But what we have found is, especially when you get a failed blower motor, it stresses the connections a little bit, it heats things up, it loosens up the fuse, the little maxi fuse. So what we found is, if you take the deeper fuse, and if you see the connections, the contact area, it's both sides of this fuse, as opposed to the original, which is just one side of the fuse, you'll get a little more contact surface area. And so we like to install these longer fuses to correct the issue here. Now, it's not to say that if you don't see, hot spots on those terminals, you may need to do something about that. You may need to replace the entire box. But if not, and you have done a blower motor and resistor with the OE parts and your wiring's good, then try replacing this. And I think you'll be happy about it. Hey, I hope this video has been helpful, and I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you next time.